Good evening, USC, and welcome to this week's edition of Monday Night Mashup. I'm Jordan Beener.
And I'm Olivia Countess. Our lead story tonight. Last Thursday, a political science professor at the University of South Carolina, Tobias Lanes, reportedly made a racist comment to a student. The class was talking about welfare and social programs when the student's phone went off. He supposedly looked at the student and said, quote, "That may be welfare calling you now," end quote. The student posted a video to Twitter of her confronting the professor after class. USC President Pastides condemned the remark in a response post. An email sent Friday to the state said the professor will be issuing an apology to the student and to the rest of his 201 class, saying his joke never intended to offend anyone.
The Chinese government plans to impose tariffs on 128 U.S. imports, including pork and fruit products. This comes in response to President Trump's latest trade restrictions against Beijing. In early March, Trump said he planned to apply tariffs on steel and aluminum imports. Since then, he has waived the tariff for numerous countries, but not for China. The Chinese government said the tariffs would serve as a direct retaliation for the tariffs Trump put in place.
After the break, Anna King is here with the forecast, and Elizabeth Dunn will catch you up on Gamecock sports.
How's it going, USC? I'm Anna King here with your national forecast. As you can see, in Los Angeles, temperatures are reaching around the 60s, and around that area, they're hitting around 80s and 83. And then when you go to the Columbia side, the temperatures are hitting around high 80s, and as you go further up, the temperatures are reaching the 30s and in the 40s. And now to your weekly forecast. All right, Tuesday, as you can see, the temperatures are cloudy and it's sunny, and then on Wednesday it will definitely be some rain, so be sure to carry your umbrella that day. Then on Thursday and Fridays, the temperature is going back up to high 74 and 68, and then it will be cloudy and sunny. And then going into the weekend, it'll be rainy, and so make sure you have your umbrellas. After the break, we will go to Elizabeth Dunn with your sports.
Welcome back to Monday Night Mashup. I'm Elizabeth Dunn. On Saturday afternoon, the Gamecock football team played their black and garnet spring game, giving a preview for their 2018 fall season. 25,500 fans, including former head coach Steve Spurrier, watched the black team take the win in a final score of 34-20 with a combined 614 yards. After the game, head coach Will Muschamp spoke highly on the players' faster offensive tempo. He then spoke on starting quarterback Jake Bentley's quicker pace and his better plays. Bentley finished the game with 2 touchdowns and no interceptions. Elsewhere in the Gamecock sports world, women's basketball star A'ja Wilson took home the Naismith Trophy for National Player of the Year. This is her 6th National Player of the Year award this season, taking home 3 of which in only 2 days. Wilson is 7th in the nation for scoring and was the first 3-time SEC Player of the Year just this season. The 6'5" top prospect is expected to be the first pick in the WNBA draft on April 12th. And finally, on Friday night, the Gamecock baseball team beat the Tennessee Volunteers 6-2 in their first SEC series win of the season. Starting pitcher Cody Morris pitched 6 innings and only allowed 1 hit and 1 run throughout the entire game. Then, on Saturday night, South Carolina completed their 3-game sweep on the Volunteers with a final score of 6-3. They brought their winning streak to 4, making them 17-11 and 4-5 in SEC conference play. This moves the Gamecocks up from last place in the SEC East to beginning the SEC series with a tie for 4th place. The team will take on UNC tomorrow night in Charlotte at 7 p.m. For Monday Night Mashup, I'm Elizabeth Dunn. Have a great evening and go Gamecocks.
Welcome back. Anthony Kennedy, who is currently the longest-serving member of the Supreme Court, may be retiring. Rumors started circling around that he might leave a vacancy that Donald Trump could fill with a conservative majority on the court. Although there is not for sure word on when Kennedy could step down, so far he's still not finished. Both conservatives and liberals are anxiously waiting to hear when he will go into retirement.
Richland County Sheriff Leon Lott pulled off a big April Fool's Day prank on live PD fans. A statement was made that after careful consideration, Sheriff Lott decided that Richland County will no longer be on live PD. Fans were clearly upset by the news, and some even said they wouldn't watch the show anymore. About an hour after the statement, the Sheriff's Department said, quote, hashtag April Fool's Day, see you on Friday, end quote. Fans were pleased to know that the show they have watched since 2016 will still continue to follow their fan favorites from their own Richland County.
Well, that's all we have for this week's edition of Monday Night Mashup. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at SGTV News 4. For Monday Night Mashup, I'm Olivia Countess.
And I'm Jordan Beener. Don't forget to tune in to next week's edition of Monday Night Mashup. Good night, Carolina, forever to thee.